still want me to keep talking? Hello everyone, it's Andy Glenn here, live from Dumfries High School on Sharks TV YouTube channel, and I'm joined by Milton Keynes Lightning bench coach Joe. Thoughts on that game?
Really good advert for the league. I think it was end to end. I think both teams had some chances that I'm sure Martin's not happy they didn't finish. I know we're not happy we didn't finish, but it was a good advert for hockey, end to end, overtime, nearly a shootout, and just a good game really.
It was a full house and fantastic fans, and I have to say the Milton Keynes fans travelled in huge numbers and made it a really exciting game, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, we're really lucky. We've got a really good fan base in MK, and they do follow us literally all over the country today. I think a few of them had a few too many tonight to make a weekend of it, but why wouldn't you, eh?
Absolutely. I mean, it was great. I mean, from a Sharks perspective, we're going into overtime with that penalty in Scott Henderson. We had 90 seconds of that. I have to say Lightning probably dominated the overtime and deserved that win in overtime.
Yeah, I mean, I felt we found our legs properly towards the last sort of 10 minutes of the third period, and we dominated spells of the game, but not to the dominance that we would expect to do so. And overtime was really good, but credit to you guys. You guys had a good spell in our end and had some chances, and you kept us out 4-on-3. It's something you don't practice very often because it doesn't happen that often, to be honest. So you kept us out of that, and we just couldn't find a chance.
It was two teams both going for it, both desperate for the win, wasn't it? There was no... I mean, it was just really good hockey. You've said it already, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the table, we're battling at the top. You guys are obviously battling towards that last playoff spot. So points are important in this league, and we've proven that we can beat any team, and you guys have proven you can beat any team. And it's two good teams, good players going at it.
Was there any parts of the game you were particularly happy about?
Overtime, I think that how the guys responded each time, going down 1-0 and then obviously 2-1, and just that maintaining that pressure and them around the bench. There was no sort of heads down. We had that belief from right from the get-go that we could take this to overtime, or we could even win it.
The big lad Herman does. I mean, tying goal, winning goal. He's an awesome player, isn't he?
Yeah,
you're stacked. You're stacked. Let's be honest. You're absolutely stacked with good quality players.
Yeah, I mean, we've got some really good talent in our room. We've got a lot of good guys too, and that was the important thing. I mean, every one of those guys in there would literally probably take a bullet for each other. And I'm not exaggerating. We're such a tight-knit group, and I think you can sort of see that at the end. And yeah, Rory's a great guy. He's an exceptional player, and we are very lucky to have him. And he does some wonderful things on the puck, but we also have players that are unreal in our defensive zone. I think both goalies tonight stood on their head, and I don't think there's one player that had a bad game for either side.
It was really good. And this is Dumfries. You don't have to worry about taking bullets in Dumfries. We know you're for the big smoke. It doesn't happen up here. Don't worry about it. Before I go, I'm going to give Aaron Lorimer, who joined me for the second period on commentary, because it's his birthday, his 11th birthday. He's an absolute hockey geek and stato. He knows absolutely. He's far better than me at commentary. Aaron, your turn for stardom.
Happy birthday, young man.
Thank you. So, with the second game tomorrow, is there any things you would change in your lineup or tactics?
Oh, I can't tell you that. Can't ask me something else. Like, that's the secrets. No, you know what? I think we struggled tonight. I think a lot of teams do, because they come here. It's a long trip for us. We left at 8:30 this morning, and maybe just a bit fresher legs and see if we can get some different tactics. But I'll speak to you tomorrow, and you tell me if you know some different tactics. Okay?
Thank you.
How's that sound? Good? You had a good birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah? Enjoy your day, all right?
Okay,
Be good.
thank you.
Just before we go, what a way to break the guy's heart for a birthday. He's beaten him in overtime. It's shocking. Listen, everyone, thanks ever so much for watching. And this is Andy Glenn and with Joe Wilson saying cheerio. Well, stay with us though. We'll get Martin and Callum Hepburn up here very, very soon. Just give us a few minutes to get them.
I'm Aaron Lorimer, and I'm joined live on Sharks TV on YouTube with head coach Martin Grubb. Martin, how did you think the game went tonight for the Sharks?
Obviously we're disappointed with the result. I thought the boys were really good. Thought they battled hard. Obviously we got our noses in front. Disappointed to lose that equaliser, but we regrouped. We killed a huge penalty in overtime. And I thought we deserved the chance to at least try and play for that extra point in a shootout, but we've got to give Milton Keynes some credit. They got one last chance there and they've buried it. So proud of the players, but disappointed in the result.
I think both Matt I think both head coaches would have had something to say about some of the refereeing decisions. What do you think about some of them?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it is what it is. I thought that, for most parts, I thought the refs were decent. They let the game go. The big question that, I spoke to Jamie and the players there that we're asking with under a minute to go, we called what we thought was a soft penalty on Scott, but that's just how the game goes. He's interpreted it, he's seen a penalty, and you can't argue with that. Unfortunately for us, it had a bit of repercussions, and if Milton Keynes have got some questions, that's them, but we've just got to accept it, we've got to move on, and we've got to try and get 2 points tomorrow.
How different was it being in the stands instead of being on the bench?
It's frustrating, it's difficult. I was kind of lucky. I was sitting beside Malik Martelli, was my Great Britain captain and Milton Keynes defence when he's injured, so probably nice to have somebody to bounce some hockey stuff off, but you get a bit frustrated, you take a lot of notes, you see a lot more up there, and thankfully I had access to replays, which was a huge help to me, but you just feel a bit helpless, and you try not to get overly emotional about what's happening to the players, but I thought Jamie was outstanding tonight, as I expected, as were the players, and I mean, it might be a big point in the grand scheme of things, but we would have liked to. That you?
Yeah.
Hello everyone, it's Andy Glenn here again on Sharks TV live on YouTube, and I'm joined by Sharks man of the match, Mr. Callum Hepburn. Callum, you looked absolutely distraught at the end, but you had a fantastic game.
You know what, it's tough. What is it, 19.7 seconds left. It's tough to take. The boys were absolutely outstanding all night. Without them, it could have been a lot worse. I thought we were through and through, I thought we were solid. Don't get me wrong, it's a tough one to take, but the good thing about this weekend is MK are here tomorrow, and we are here for revenge tomorrow. And I don't know about you, but I'd appreciate this score being flip-flop tomorrow.
I have to say it was a fantastic game, and I kind of looked at you at the end when it went, and it almost looked like you looked like you thought he was going to go high.
Oh, right. If you speak to Herman, right, there's not a chance he was going 5 home. He was an absolute muffin, but hey, fair play to him. It was a muffin that went in. So, you know what? Take nothing away from them. MK are an absolutely stacked team, and for us, that's a massive point. But don't get me wrong, 2 would have been better. But
yeah, but it gets a bit of impetus going forward, and we got revenge tomorrow, as you said.
100%. What time's the game tomorrow?
3 o'clock.
Quite a quick turnaround.
3 o'clock.
They're in a hotel. We've been in hotels the last 2 weekends. You don't get as good a sleep as you do at home. The boys are going to get plenty of fluids into you, a good night's sleep. We'll be back tomorrow for another crack at this.
I mean, I think it's one of these games that everybody who came along and everybody who was watching
100%.
online had just put a ball. It was a brilliant game of hockey, wasn't it?
After the second period, I was standing outside just to cool down a bit. A guy came up to me and was like, "This is class. This is the best thing ever. First game and that." And hey, if this is your first game, you will be back, because that was entertaining, I can imagine, for everybody.
Well, we had an interesting time on stream. We had young Aaron Lorimer for his 11th birthday on. We also had Martin Grubb on for the third period, and one of the things I say that Martin said, he was extremely complimentary of you and the fact that when you were holding on to things, there wasn't many rebounds coming off you.
I mean, it's tough. I mean, I'm going to be honest, Curtis has been unreal the last few weeks. I've not had a lot of game time. It's always tough to get thrown in, but I appreciate the coaching staff giving me another crack at this, and hopefully I've done everyone proud again. Could have been better with the 2 points, but I felt pretty good. Felt like I was holding on to a lot of things, a couple of little squeakers, but that's what the boys are here for, right? Bail me out a couple of times.
The wall was back. The wall was absolutely fantastic tonight.
There's a couple of cracks in her, but she's coming back, boy. She's coming back.
Fantastic. Right, before I go, Aaron wanted to ask you one last question, so I'm going to pass on to Aaron for the last question on tonight's Sharks TV YouTube Live.
So with some of the goals tonight, they were just a wee squeaks through your pads. Is there anything that you could do to stop them happening?
I think I need a bit more of a active stick, I would say, is probably the thing here. I'm pretty bad at it sometimes. I like to try and use my stupidly big legs, but I mean, it's just one of those things I need to work on going back to training next week, and get back in the groove a little bit. As I say, I've been out for a while, so once we're back in the groove, we'll iron out those little mistakes. Did you enjoy the game for your birthday, aye?
Yeah.
Good man, good man.
This is Andy Glenn at Sharks TV, live on YouTube. Just wishing you all the best, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch our channel tonight. Join us again tomorrow when the Sharks take on the Milton Keynes Lightning here. It's a 3 o'clock face-off, so we look to see you then, and there'll be interviews afterwards as well.